right, welcome to another MIIT, or Moderate Intensity Interval Training session. We're going to take 5 movements, do 3 rounds, 1 minute for each movement, getting to 15 minutes. At the end, if you're still feeling like you're with it, you can try a 4th, 5th, 6th round, just reset the timer and keep going. But the goal of this is to get a lot of complexity, mobility, and light strength without stopping. So if you need to stop, drain the timer a little bit, take a breather, or work little pauses into the sets, but ultimately try to move as much as you can for the 15 minutes as possible. We're gonna do 5 movements today. We're gonna do a around the world kettlebell from standing. We're gonna do a rock to sprawl, a kettlebell good morning. We're gonna do a prone swimmer movement, and then we're going to do a heavy kettlebell windmill. Obviously you can go light if you need to. So I'm going to talk through this whole thing, but you're going to follow along, grab some kettlebells, water jugs, anything of weight. Med ball will work as well for some of the movements, but if you don't have the weights shown, swap movements, experiment, play around with different options, and also cycle in your own movements for stuff you totally can't do. So without further ado, we're going to start with the around the world standing rotation. I'm going to use a 26-pound bell for this, and we're going to start the timer. You don't have to do a full minute every time, just keep changing movements around that minute mark. So we're going to stand for this one, feet hip width apart. We're going to rotate without letting the knee come with us, and we're going to do a around the world nice and strict with upper body coil here. Switch sides. You're going in the direction you turn to. Full minute here. Try to keep the tripod of the feet ball, the big toe ball, the little toe heel, evenly weighted and connected. Tall through the crown, be really expansive with this movement. Try not to compress. Take your time, go slow. Go lighter in the beginning if this is too much weight. Or use a med ball, like a 10-pounder. Breathing, not holding the breath. And the second movement we're going to do is a rock to sprawl. Again, run the clock out and start to get tired. So we rock, tripod, good hip flexor stretch, maybe a little bounce. Reach through. You can get moving around if you feel comfortable. Full minute here. Sometimes I like to make a circle. Try to breathe through your nose for as much of this series as you can. Obviously, you can breathe out through the mouth. Try to always nasally inhale. Again, if you can't do a movement, get creative. Try to rock quietly, don't slap the back. Standing for a third movement. Kettlebell good morning. Go somewhat heavy, bottoms down, or bottoms up with this one. Keep it at your belly, arms nice and strong. Hips go back as far as we can. Find the hamstrings. Tripod of the foot stable. Arches animated, slight external rotation of the knees. Long through the crown of the head. Get good isometric here, trying to let that happen with the arms. 1 minute. Next movement, we're going to do the prone hamstring activated swimmers. I'm going to take my time getting into this position, explaining it. Head hovers off the ground, heels up, knees raised slightly without that coming from the low back, keeping the hamstrings. We're going to go into our swimmer position. Try to touch the back of the hand to the kidneys, then beach arms. Nice little Superman variation. Some shoulder mobility here. Again, if you feel too much tension in the low back, take the legs out of the movement. Slow with the arm articulations. Imagine someone's pushing your hands down the whole time. Don't let them. I filmed a second MIIT before this, so I'm pretty much dying. So bear with me through the sweat and the huffing and puffing. Full minute here, guys, is a lot. Again, rest the legs if you feel the low back is doing too much work. Last movement in this round. Somewhat heavy kettlebell, half kneeling windmill. So we're here, step a little out. We can go into front catch, press. And we're just taking the hand down for this one. Nice and slow, keep your eyes on the bell. It's a hip hinge, remember that? Initiate by thinking someone chops you in the hips. And we'll go to 30 seconds. Since it took me a while on the setup, I'm cutting it a little short. Front rack, press. Hip hinge. Very humid today in St. Louis, so you're gonna see the sweat falling. Inhale on the way down. Eyes on the bell always. Keep those wrists nice and strong. All right, back through. Go a little lighter on this rotation. Show you guys from the side. Slight bend in the knees, tripod down, externally rotated through the knees. Tall from the crown. You're coiling, but you're not compressing. Stay long. I'll put a link to the MIIT movement idea playlist. So I have a MIIT building 1 minute video playlist. So if any of these movements, again, aren't working for you, follow that link and choose some of the movements provided to replace the ones that are tough. All right, rock to sprawl, 1 whole minute. Quiet back. Take your time if you need a breather. Take a few breaths. If one of your hip flexors is a little tighter, spend a moment on it. Yep, my left one a lot tighter, so maybe I take a little more time when I go left leg back to work that out. Cheat a little, get a breath, move around, get organic, explore a little bit. Always take time to explore and change things as needed. Never feel like you have to do anything I set out in front of you, unless you're just being lazy. All right, next movement. Kettlebell, good morning. I hate these. I'm gonna do med ball this time. Give the arms a break. Tripod external rotation of the knees. Looking for a big hamstring stretch. Glutes snap at the top. Get nice, strong, contracted. Keep that weight at the stomach. You can go wide with these as well. And you could also go near, but the ball is going to get in the way. I like to go slow with these, maybe a little pause at the bottom for an isometric. Tripod down, toes try not to get tight or crimped. All right, we're on shoulder time. So, with this movement again, if this portion comes from the low back, don't do it, leave the arms long. Light lift in the knees, tuck the belt buckle up towards you to get that low back flat. Swimmer articulations. Try to meditate here, relax a little. Only keep the things firing that need to be working. Relax the face and toes, maybe even the hands. Inhales through the nose, exhales through the mouth. Keep checking with that low back. It's a problem area for me. Doing that. 10 more seconds. Different angle. Elbows, shoulders, and hands float. Last movement. Heavy kettlebell. Windmill. I'm going to go up in weight. Do less repetitions here since I wasted some time. Eyes at the bell. Hips move first. Get 3 slow each side. Should hit that minute mark. Don't switch really fast if you've run out of time not thinking. Go slow. Make up for it later. Other angle. Strong to the core. Watch that front foot tripod if you can. All right, last round. Let's go heavy with these kettlebells. ATW rotations. Straight from the back this time. Twist. Don't let the knee come with. It's all through the crown. 35 pounds, quite a bit for this one. Be careful. Good rotation, don't go so far that it's your end range, back off that end range a little. So I can't go this far, I'm gonna do it from here, though. Oops, wrong way. One more each side. All right. Next movement, we're gonna do the rock to sprawl. I'm going to take quite a breather here. Get some stretching in. Focus on regulating my breath and heart rate. Quiet with the rock. Good test here is if you're humming or exhaling, you don't want to hear this. You want it to sound more like this. Again, add some exploration if you feel up to it. Kettlebell or night ball. Good morning next. I'm gonna go hold this guy like this. You know these fingers. Try to tabletop the back if you can get there without paying attention to the low back. Don't want to have a rounded spine. Find those hamstrings each repetition. Pause at the end. Last rep, 10-second rep. Find the glutes at the top. Next movement. I'm going to go into the swimmers. Show the front angle skewed a little. Feet up, knees up. Low back relaxed to some degree. Meditate. Relax. Anything not necessary for this movement. Only intense where it needs to be. More more seconds. We'll finish with a 5-second hold. Go along through the crown and knees. Last movement. Heavy kettlebell windmill. 3 and 3 again. Embrace the shake. Relax the face. Even if it's really tough, pretend if someone's watching it, think it was easy. Janky. Front tripod. All right. 3 rounds. Previous mobility mitt videos that I posted, I didn't talk about warming up or cooling down. So make sure you do some rocking, some calisthenics, get your heart rate up, do some breathing to start, and at the end, definitely don't leave the 15-minute round and get right in your car and leave the gym. Spend some time flowing, breathing, doing some posture work, something like that. Again, click the Build Your Mobility Mitt link at the end of this video and swap out any of these movements that were too intense with stuff you find more ease with doing. And also, if you have some movement you really love, throw it into one of these. They don't have to be all movements that I created, obviously. So thanks for tuning in. If you still got it in you, try another round. If you don't, cool down and enjoy the rest of your day. And we'll see you at the next mobility, I keep saying that, the next MIIT, moderate intensity interval training.